Hi there, and welcome to this short video which will explain to you the BYU Executive MBA Capstone Projects that you'll be participating in this fall. I'm Paul Godfrey, and my co-instructor Jim Oldroyd and I have developed this course over a number of years, and we really enjoy this, and many of your predecessors have immensely enjoyed the experience and the opportunity that they get to apply their MBA skills. So let's just take a brief introduction to the capstone projects. First, what are the capstone projects for you? Well, it's a client-based engagement that gives you the opportunity to employ and deploy several of your emerging MBA tools that you've learned in the program to help a company solve a real problem. These projects will rely upon skills that you've learned in several courses and will give you an opportunity to integrate what you've learned as well as apply it in a complex real-world setting, not simply a Harvard Business School case. The projects will run from mid-August to mid-December. You'll start by choosing the organization that you want to work with in the first week of the semester. We'll have a kickoff with your client in early September, and then you'll work through the project in December, and the last weekend of class you'll have a deliverable, and we have a big lunch where we do a deliverable with your clients individually, and you'll have an opportunity to present what you have learned and what you've come up with for recommendations. It's the foundation of your group experience in the third semester. Unlike semesters 1 and 2, in this semester you get to pick your own teams, picking people that you really want to work with but maybe haven't had a chance to yet in the program. It's also the foundation of the strategy project, which is part of the strategy course, and it's the bulk of the capstone course. So you're going to be working hard on this project, but you're going to be able to leverage that learning over several courses. And it's actually, if you choose to sponsor a capstone project, it's a great way for you to give back to your employer by allowing them to see what you can do and also to get some business value. So in that sense, it's a way for you to bring your work to school and take your school to work, which is a great way to leverage all the time that you're putting into the EMBA program. So why do these capstone projects from our end? Why not just give you another Harvard Business School case that's really thorny and knotty and have you work on that? Well, this is a chance for us to highlight you, our great, amazing, talented students, and hopefully we get to show companies how we've made you more valuable, how you've learned new skills and you can do things today that you couldn't before. So first and foremost, it's a chance for us to highlight your skills to your employer and to other organizations. It's a chance for us to deepen relationships with sponsoring organizations, to tie in more tightly with their senior leadership team so that they have a great experience with the BYU Executive MBA program. And when they're thinking about where to send people, they're thinking BYU. It's also a chance for us to give back and build the local and regional economy and the companies that participate in it. Currently, we're not charging for these projects, and so it's our opportunity to give back to the community and help build the local infrastructure that we hope then helps us to build our program as well. What are the capstone projects for your clients, for our clients? Well, we provide them with time and manpower to focus on an important strategic initiative or project. This could be growing revenue. This could be introducing some kind of new product or fixing and coming up with a new version of an existing product. It could be solving a thorny or knotty challenge about hiring, about executive succession, about cost control, any number of issues that a company just doesn't have time to in its day-to-day experience to deal with and to really think about and systematically approach these problems. So we offer time and we offer manpower, but we also offer expertise and a fresh perspective. Several of our clients have hired us simply because we're outsiders and we can give them a take on their problem or their issue that they can't get inside the organization because they all view it from the same perspective. We give companies an opportunity to look at potential leaders. Are you promotable? Or are you somebody that this organization would like to hire? One of our students a few years ago worked on a particular project with the goal of getting hired by the client company, and she did. Her work was so impressive and so thorough that the company decided that they simply couldn't live without her. It's a chance for them to build their business, to grow revenues, to grow profit, to become better as a business. These are some of the companies and organizations that we've worked with. You'll see that we have worked with small companies like CERC and Learning Horizons. We've worked with manufacturing companies like Quartstein and Climate and Varex. We've worked with healthcare companies, Stanford, University of Utah, Intermountain. We've worked in the construction section and the financial services section. We have a broad range of client projects that give you a breadth of expertise and some really deep industry-specific projects that you get to work on. Here's what our clients say. This is an email that I received at the end of the last year. Paul, it's always great to engage with the EMBA students at BYU. They are talented and focused individuals. I feel it an honor to have them come and work with us. Our group got very involved in our project and produced some good work. It was a very collaborative effort between the students and my team. When the final presentation was given, there weren't any surprises because of the constant collaboration throughout the project. They brought some very interesting insights to the problem we are facing and are planning to implement. We appreciate the opportunity to work with the BYU EMBA program and would absolutely be excited to work with them in the future. Now, Matt Aposhian is one of our EMBA graduates, so he knows the value of this both as a participant and as a client. This is the response that we get from most of our clients, and this is the response that we're expecting you to get from the work that you do this semester. So what makes a good capstone project? Well, first we need a client champion that will work with the team and work with me to scope and execute a meaningful and rich project, one that has enough detail that you can dive deeply, but isn't just a narrow slice so it becomes a boring tactical project. We need a client leadership team that actually wants to act on the recommendation. Matt Aposhian and Firefly, when they came to us, they had a real problem with sequencing and inventory control, and our team dived in and helped them solve that problem. So they needed help, and they were ready to act on what we told them to do. A good project is also one that deals with a strategic issue, one that spans multiple functions. So on the face of it, it's a marketing project. How do we develop a product? But what we find underneath would be issues of training and skill development, would be, do we have the right structures in place? Do we have the right incentive systems in place? Do we have the financial resources that we need? Are we valuing these projects appropriately? So good strategy-based projects span multiple functions. They also have a clear organizational component. So they touch back and deal with culture and vision and what we're all about as a company or organization. They also deal with leadership and human capital issues, leadership perhaps for the client champion who needs to take the project back to the organization and make it happen, training and skill development. Again, when we get great projects, this is what they look like. So what are the next steps? Well, first, identify a potential project at your company. If you want to be involved and your company has a growth challenge, a product challenge, a cost challenge, an operations challenge, these are all potential things that executive MBA teams can dive in and help your company solve. Work with me to begin to scope a project. You'll describe and we'll work iteratively to narrow in on a particular problem in a particular focus area. We'll create an initial project scope, and we'll actually create a formal document that's a project scope and set the expectations for the project by early July. That allows your colleagues to get a handle on what the project's going to be and see if they want to be involved. And then prepare for the experience. It's a great ride. Our clients love being involved with you as executive MBA students. You'll love interacting with them. And 4 months goes by incredibly quickly as you dive into a problem and help a company solve a real problem. So thank you for your time and attention, and I really look forward to working with you this semester on these capstone projects.